The Director Focusing Services of Uganda National Meteorology Authority, Khalid Mwembe, says this season is the neutral El Nino southern oscillation conditions which have persisted during June and so far in July that is prevailing in Uganda.
So this year we've seen that the performance of the rainfall pattern has been slightly different from what we are used to. The first rain season, there was a really very marked delay in the onset, where we had onset of rains in most parts of the country at the end of March and beginning of April, which really had a very big impact on the farming activities and on agriculture in general. Then also importantly, we noticed that there was early withdrawal of the rains. By the first week of June, I think the rains had really disappeared in most parts of the country, and that had even a second heavy burden, especially in the southern sector of the country. Much of the month of June was really dry, and same with the July over the southern sector of the country. But importantly, we should also notice that the northern parts of the country had relatively good rains. Indicated in our June to August forecast that really the rains were not expected to be as good just as we received them.
Uganda National Meteorology Authority therefore predicts that for the season June to August 2016, overall there is an increased livelihood of near normal rainfall, above normal rainfall over the northern and some parts of eastern region, while the rest of the country is expected to experience below normal rainfall, punctuated with occasional light rainfall.
The ocean temperatures, which is really suppressing the moisture pattern and as well as the rainfall patterns in the region. So maybe one thing that I can say is that we are seeing this situation is going to continue during this month of September. The intermittent rains will start coming back, especially the southern sector of the country, and we expect the full season, that is mainly the second rain season, to establish sometime at the beginning of September over especially the southern sector of the country. And in the northern parts of the country, the good rains which were received in July and August is expected to continue up to maybe sometime in November.
Mwembe observes the current intermittent rainfall being experienced in some parts of central, southwestern region and Lake Victoria Basin is transiting from dry spells to the real rain season, and farmers shouldn't hurry to plant but should be able to prepare their land for planting season in September. Farmers in the north received rainfall in July and are now weeding their crops with the transition zone area around Lake Choga, Soroti, Masindi and Hoima region, and their season is setting in and should be preparing their land for the September season. Rainfall is strongly influenced by the intertropical convergence zone that streams low pressure around the equator. Rainfall in the region is also affected by El Nino, and in this year, when this weather phenomenon prevails, East Africa receives more rainfall, especially during the first rain season of the year. But what is causing all these changes? Khalid Mwembe, Director of Weather Focusing Services, explains. According to the Uganda National Adaptation Plan for Action, it is estimated that 90% of Uganda's natural disasters are weather and climate change. Uganda has witnessed a number of indicators of climate change, including increasing surface temperatures, changes of rain patterns, prolonged drought, reducing amount of water in the rivers and swamps, plus declining soil fertility and low yields.